What's up? I'm RL.
And I'm Jenny.
Jen and I spend a lot of time together.
And also with family and friends.
But also we like communicating and having discussions with the people in our community.
The everyday people.
So join us on Tuesdays
at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
What's up, y'all?
The Everyday People Show.
Chop it up. I'm your boy RL and she's the girl who?
Jenny.
From the block.
We have controversial topics.
Like that I came in on this one.
Let me say this. I'm the type of person. I don't like to speak for God. I think when people say I'm saved, I think you out of pocket. I think China is having product outsourced to other countries to get under the tariffs. Y'all do know that, right?
No, they still gotta bring it. Listen, they still gotta bring it to the border.
Except gonna see they women going out buying black afros, but don't dare.
And I see your point. You're trying to say that race of women do not try to look like us. We're the ones trying to look like them.
Well, but that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, that's not all the way true. That's
right.
Not true. That is
right.
Not
Thank
true.
you, ladies. I've been trying to make that point. Great guests within our own community.
Well, I won't be into that.
Oh, okay.
I cried it out. I threw it up. Cold spit. I wouldn't care what you call it. Everything in me that didn't belong, he purged it out in Corpus Christi, Texas, before that book was birthed.
I can't remember the number now, but it's in one of my books. I think I had about $10,000 to my name. I don't even know but it's something like that. And I said, oh my God.
I thought about that. So I'm like, what if he would have pulled that trigger when he got to me? You know what I mean? Because I mean, it was point blank range.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Man, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We work really well as a team. Like in business, the process, they don't mix business with pleasure, but I don't know why it works for us. Like
and lots of fun right there. That trumps a balloon.
And then we got to hold our emotions. We can't even cry. But we love y'all. And guess what?
Ain't nothing y'all can do.
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Peace. And welcome back to Overflow, the Everyday People Show, y'all. This is the only show where me, you, your mom, and your cousin to get to just come on and do what? Chop it up! I'm your boy RL, and she's your girl who?
Jenny.
From the block. What's up?
Everybody.
Welcome back. It is Tuesday again, 7 o'clock on the dot again. Once again, y'all, we are streaming live from Instagram now. Y'all holler at your boy and your girl, man. Y'all want to come on? Holler at your boy and your girl. Y'all want to come on, talk to us, man? Follow the link below, and it'll bring you. We can bring y'all up, and y'all can join us in the conversation, man. Today we're gonna be talking about end of life decisions that we make. Why is it so hard for us to make these decisions while we before everything go bad, before we lose our loved ones, and we have to make do fish fries and pass the bucket around, you know what I'm saying?
Or GoFundMe.
Yeah, GoFundMes and because it seemed like we wait till it's too late to do stuff like that. So we're gonna be talking about end of life decisions that we have to make, man, like in life insurance and you know what I'm saying, like wills. Do you have your will in order?
And what you want to happen actually to your body? Do you want to be like cremated? Do you want to have your body donated to science? Like this, people do that.
And it seemed like people, especially our people, we don't make these decisions while we in good health and all that. We wait till some catastrophic happen before we start trying to plan end of life situation. So we're gonna be talking about that, y'all. Also, Thanksgiving is 2 days away. Thanksgiving, what y'all doing Thanksgiving, y'all? y'all chilling out with the family, or this is one of those days where you just reminisce all the ones who used to be in your life who's not here no more, and it brings you down. I know a lot of people who, when it comes to holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, it brings them down, because they are missing the loved one that they used to share those moments with, and they're not here to share those moments with them.
Right.
So, what are y'all thoughts on that? What are y'all doing Thanksgiving? We also gonna do a little. We're gonna see what y'all like to eat. You know what I'm saying? So how your day going today? So how we?
It's been good. I mean, the weather kind of had me sleepy and just in I don't want to do nothing mode, but it's been a really good day.
It's been a rainy day in Georgia, baby. Been a rainy day in Georgia.
and been out in it all day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What about Walmart?
Yeah, your favorite store. It was the first for you.
Well, I think
in a long time.
Yeah, this is my second time. My second time going to Walmart this year. And it's on the year almost over with, but I want to do some Christmas lights. I want to do some Christmas light last year, y'all. Because of what I was going through, the families were going through with my mom. I didn't feel like I just went into putting Christmas lights up. You know what I'm saying? But this year, I kind of heard her voice say, "Boy, you need to move on and decorate that house. You better decorate that house." Because my mama was always a huge decorator. What's up, Paul? Yeah, my mama used to always decorate her house. She used to decorate the inside and outside. And last year, I didn't decorate. I didn't put up not one bulb yesterday because I didn't. I just wasn't feeling it because it would have reminded me of her. And really, that's the best thing. We try to avoid the best thing that we need. We need to be reminded of those we love. I mean, like, why would I want to be reminded of my mama? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the time, I just went feeling it, so I didn't put no decorations out yesterday.
Yeah. It was still fresh, so very fresh, and it still is. But I think the part about it is you just miss her presence.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing to not want to be reminded because you feel you miss her. So it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so I went and got some extra books, some string lights to do the outside. I already got a lot of stuff for the inside. Say what?
Bought about 1,000 of them, and people in the what was the guy at the checkout was just like
they thought we were trying to steal something.
Like, dude, we don't want to steal. We trying to just purchase it. It was a little funny. I ain't gonna say uncomfortable. It was a little comical to me because I'm like, we're not trying to steal anything. We're just purchasing a lot.
they thought we were trying to steal something now, but but that was your idea to take one thing and just boop.
Yeah, I mean, because there's no way we're gonna take all these lights and swipe each one. It's just like we know we got this many. We're just gonna keep running it across. So.
But that might why he was checking to see was everything that we were scanning cost the same.
That may be
true. And looking at it there, I think he, you know what I'm saying. Instead of us scanning one thing for everything, he had to make sure that we were getting the same item. Right. You know what I'm saying? So. Right. So maybe we were wrong. Maybe we were wrong.
But he was still standing there looking a little bit too hard. And I'm like, just give us a break. We're not trying to do anything but buy. That's it. Buy stuff.
And something else I noticed. something else I noticed about Walmart, y'all. They put all the children toys toward the front now. So when you go into Walmart, all the children toys, they're not all the way in the back no more. They put all put all the tools all the way in the back where the toy used to be. Right. They switched the toys and the tools out. So when you're working out that first aisle, the toys are right there. The kids' eyes are gonna be lit up. So you ain't gonna have time to go all to the back.
Right.
They want to make sure they put you on the spot. They want to make sure them kids see them toys and start bugging you about them toys. So So Walmart don't got slick, man. They put all the stuff in the front, all the eye-catching stuff, all the candy, and all the toys in the front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and they got a lot of stuff in the aisle. Get that ready for Black Friday.
Yes, they had it all out already. It was just kind of covered where you couldn't actually you didn't have access to it, but it was laid out.
Yeah, so we went to Walmart and get some stuff. We went to another store called Home. They had a lot of
Some
good
okay stuff.
a lot of good Christmas stuff too. So are y'all decorating this year for Christmas? Do y'all decorate the house? Do y'all decorate inside and outside? Let your boy know something, man. You know what I'm saying? So what else happened today?
Mm, just running around, just running errands, trying to
Running.
get stuff done in the rain. In
I
the
kind
rain.
of like the rain. I like when it rains.
I do too when I'm not out in it. I like to be indoors listening to it. I don't want to be in it. Not really.
Sometimes we need the rain. We need the rain.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So we talking about end of life thing. Yeah.
Preparedness, making sure
Making sure
that we don't ignore the inevitable, because at some point we will leave. We will also say goodbye to our loved ones, and we just want to know what to do. We want to know how to handle any arrangements so that there's not a lot of confusion, so that there are no fights and arguments, because it happens. I've seen it. I've heard of it. The people I know, the struggles they go through. I'm sorry, because there were no um, documents saying this is what they wanted done. So for those of us who are still here, we need to think about it. It's not a comfortable thing to think about. I don't think anybody likes to think about them passing. They don't want to think about not being here, but we have to consider what happens to the ones that we leave behind, what it's going to be like for them. And we may not be here to see it and care about it, but that's something that others have to go through once we're gone. So we should consider um, what plans we want so that we can put them into place. Because I've heard horror stories about just people being left in a morgue over a week
Yeah.
because of not having arrangements,
Arrangement.
families
Yeah.
kind of going back and forth
Yeah,
about it.
man. It could be a traumatic time. You know what I'm saying? It could. A lot of families have fallen out, man. A lot of families don't talk still to today because of they weren't prepared for the end of mama or dad's life, a
Right.
loved one's life, and when their life ends, and the person who put in the most, they feel like they've been, you know what I'm saying? They feel like they feel like they've been, you know what I'm saying, didn't have the support that they need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see that a lot, man, in families that who have a lot of siblings, and then a parent passed, and then the ones who are less fortunate, they expect the ones who are fortunate to carry the load, and the ones who carry the load, they feel like, okay, who's helping me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and there'd be a lot of mess going on, man. By like
Mhm.
who took care? I took care of mama.
Yep.
You ain't take care of mama. You know what I'm saying? You have that going on, like
Mhm.
you had a sibling who take care of mama when mama be sick, or dad be sick. You know what I'm saying? Then when mama when the parent pass away, the more
Hands-on.
the more what do I want to say, financially stable, and they come in and they take over the arrangements, and they do it the way they want to do it, and they don't do it the way the person who took care of mama wanted them to do it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have a plan in place, who makes that decision?
And the biggest thing is people that you leave behind to manage that you trust them. You have to trust them. I know of a situation where someone had a significant other in their life and was entrusting this person to handle burial arrangements and then have a little bit left over for, her. when this person passed, that woman took off with all the money and paid for nothing. And the whole family had to scramble and come up with money to pay to bury this man.
I want to thank
It's
everybody.
sad.
I want to thank everybody tuning in from Instagram. We don't normally go live on Instagram, but we're live on Instagram. And that's why you see us so tight today. We're trying to fit in the Instagram window.
Mhm.
So we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yes,
Um,
thank
if y'all wanna get on the live stream to be able to post that goes straight to us, you can go on our Facebook page, Overflow the Everyday People Show on Insta. I mean Facebook, and we're also streaming live on YouTube.
Yes.
Overflow the Everyday People Show with RL and Jenny. So y'all can go over there. We can reach y'all. We could do better reading y'all comments on there. Yeah, but if you just want to listen in, we then another thing on Instagram, the names of the people, people don't use their real name on Instagram. So so I have trouble trying to pronounce people's names and even give them a shout out. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all tuning in from Instagram, this is our first time streaming live from Instagram. We normally on Facebook and YouTube, which is Overflow the Everyday People Show. So why let me ask you something. Why do you think why are we afraid to talk about issues of dealing with death? You know what I'm saying? Why it seems like we just are so afraid of it. And the reason why we thought about this topic, we saw a story about this football player named what's his name? Bernie Kosar. If y'all any old schoolers on here know about Bernie Kosar, he's going through what is a kidney transplant. He needed a kidney transplant, and he was waiting on a kidney donor, and his kid passed away. As a young kid, passed away, and he was on a kidney donor list. And it was explain that, like.
So they had to do the walk. I'm sure those of you who know what I'm referring to is where they walk down the hallway of the hospital. The family is there, and the staff at the hospital, they're walking them down to say goodbye so that they can go ahead and remove whatever organs that are being given to save someone's life. And it was very emotional to watch. And we just kind of looked at each other and was like, wow, like that's a sad thing. Do we realize like how much we need to be prepared for when we pass, like what's that's going to be like for those we leave behind? So
yeah, and you asked me was I an organ donor, and I say
Yeah.
nah, I'm not an organ donor. I never thought anything about that. If anything was happened to me, that my organs can keep somebody else alive,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure most people don't think about that when they go get their driver's license.
Yeah, I do, and I was on the organ donor list. I of course when I went to the get my license done, I was listed as an organ donor, but I removed my name from it for I just had some reservations. I may change my mind later, but I had some reservations about
Yeah,
it.
so
And I can say why. My reservations had to do with just say like if you're in a car accident and you could possibly be saved, maybe not. They may see that you are an organ donor and maybe not do as much to save you. That's just my own personal little weird thought.
So you think they
So
if they know if they know you are an organ donor, they won't do all they can to save you
if I was
because
in
of it.
bad shape, like if it was a really bad accident and there's a chance I could make it, chance I couldn't, I don't know. It that kind of made me think maybe that was a selfish thought, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to be saved to the max if possible.
I mean, it's your body. You know, you're saying you ain't got to
Yeah.
feel bad because you don't want to be an organ donor.
Well, I
It's
do.
your organs. You know what I mean?
I would want to because from what I understand, it you can save up to about 8 people's lives donating all of your organs if they're healthy. My reservation was would they be hesitant to save you if there's a possibility that you wouldn't make it. That would be my hesitation, not being an organ donor itself, because I once was listed as one. And like I said, I had the thought that maybe they wouldn't do all they could if I was in a 50-50 chance of making it or not. So that's just something I have to think about. I got to rethink it.
Yeah. So once again, if you're on Instagram, we can't. It's hard to reach your comments, but if y'all want to, y'all can follow us on Facebook or YouTube at Overflow, the Everyday People Show with Ariel and Jenny live. So yeah. So it's just something I never thought about, man. Being an organ donor. It's eerie to me. You know what I'm saying?
It
It's
is,
kinda
but you're not
eerie.
here to feel it, so you won't even know what's happening. But I'll tell you what I do think. I think for people who think hard and they think a lot and they're just very emotional, and I think it's hard for family members, to walk through that. I think that's some of their pain along with the loss, just the fact that the person is gone and just the process. Because sometimes people, I won't say they're morbid, but they sit and think hard and they think, oh my gosh, this is really happening. And they think about the actual process. And sometimes that's emotional for people. I can imagine that it would be.
Yeah, and I see even when people pass away, the families they arguing about how you gonna lay that person at rest.
Mhm.
Are you gonna cremate the person,
Mhm.
or you got this side, you got these siblings that a mama wouldn't want to be cremated, and you got these people over here who handling the business saying,
Right.
look, we dealing with the business side of this.
Right.
We paying money. This costs money, so and it caused friction in the family for
does.
years, man, because the people who want to carry you got the side who want to carry out what mama or daddy or anybody in the family. It don't have to be mama or dad. It could be just any loved one. Any loved one who you have talked to them and they say they want to be done this way, but financially it's not feasible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got this side of the family dealing with the finances of the homegoing service,
Mhm.
and you got this side, they dealing with the emotional side of it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it caused friction in the family for years, man. And families fall out over that for a long time, man.
Mhm.
And they don't see eye to eye because you got one side wanted to, have a burial, and you got the
Mhm.
other side who's dealing with it financially. And they trying to make it, you know what I'm saying, to where it ain't busting their budget. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's another thing to think about too. Unfortunately, sometimes people eyes light up and they see money, and they won't always do
Yeah.
what they should do or what was even um, left in paperwork to do. Sometimes people just do what they want because they see money, and they shortchange that person's request.
Yeah.
I've seen that too.
And when my mom passed, I was able to see. This was my first time ever to see how much actually a funeral costs, man. I'm talking about like they got line item after line item.
Yeah.
You got one car called this much, two car this much. You want chairs come to the house, that's a cost. I mean, then you got you know what I'm saying? You got to pick the casket out.
Mhm.
You got to, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
It's a lot you got to think about. Do you need an escort? And the funeral can add up. So the person who's really dealing with the funeral, the person who's got the insurance policy,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, and which is another issue, like who makes decision what to do with the insurance
And
policy.
it has to be somebody
Yeah.
that can be trusted.
And that's where the will come in at. That's
Yes.
where your will come in at. If people would leave a will, it wouldn't be no friction between the family because everybody understood
Mhm.
this who mama wanted to take care of everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This who daddy wanted to handle his business. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
wanted it this way. He had insurance. He wanted a burial. Let's do what he asked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then as opposed to somebody going off on their own, okay, I'm gonna cremate daddy.
Mhm. Yeah.
And now you got friction between the family. And now Thanksgiving, ain't nobody meeting up for Thanksgiving no more. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It'd be a whole lot of mess, man.
And then also too, another thing that we kind of we talked about
Who is
was
this?
Marissa.
Marissa,
When
I don't see your. I see you trying to come in. I don't see your video. I don't see your video feed.
the other thing we touched on was when people are married, and what does that look like if
Yeah,
one spouse, whether the spouse that passed, if they were from they were born in another city, state, like how do you manage that with burial? Because
yeah.
if you don't have that in writing, uh, families will go back and
Like
forth over that.
say like two people married and one passed away. Let's say the mama passed away and she's buried over here,
Mhm.
and dad passed away. His family take it over, and now they want to bury him in his hometown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Like two couples, do you just both go back to the family plots?
Right. And it can really be challenging to figure out how to handle that. And so those things have to be discussed. Some people do make a decision. Hey, we're married in life. We are in death. We want to be buried next to each other.
Yeah.
And then some people, are okay with being sent back to their hometown, depending. So.
But see, this is what I'm saying. Everything we gotta start writing this stuff out before before anything happens, before anything catastrophic happens. Because if we don't have it written out, you know what I'm saying, etched in stone, it gonna cause trouble with the family, because you got different family members who got different ideas of how things wanted to be, and you got this family member saying, "Mama wanted it this way." No, Mama would have wanted it this way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
and then just like that, everybody don't fell out for years to come. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Over death,
Right.
and it's supposed to be, a time of
Right.
unity.
Right.
We turn a time of unity into a time of disaster.
Right. And even with a person's personal belongings.
Let me say,
Oh
hold
my
on,
gosh.
Marissa, go out. I see you trying to come in. Go out and try to come in again. If you're following, try to come in again. Yeah, just go out and try to come in again, because I don't see your video. Yeah, so yeah, that could be
Yeah,
it could be
fighting over
tough. So
people's personal things, like I people sometimes, as soon as they find out you've passed, they're at your house going through your things,
yeah,
and
and that's
whew,
another thing.
I just
And that's another thing. Like,
I don't
people
understand
be,
it.
who gonna get this? You know what I'm saying? People argue about who gonna get this, who gonna get that. Mama would have gave me this, Daddy would have gave me this. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'm telling you, man, when end of life things, when you're not prepared for things like that, if you don't have an insurance policy,
Right.
people are taking up having fish fries, and I've seen people fall out with money over who collected the money. Don't give them the money because I'm the official person taking up the money, man.
Right.
I seen so much stuff, man, over the years because I do funerals. I sing for funerals, and I hear a lot of stories about, you know what I'm saying, all these stories, man. People falling out over who collecting the money. That person collecting the money ain't the official person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So who is the official person taking up the money?
Right.
And people just fall out, man. I've seen people arguing during the funeral.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen people in church arguing during the funeral.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
It's
because
stressful.
yeah, and that's because we don't have a plan.
Mhm.
We don't plan stuff out, man. As especially us, we don't
Right.
plan. I haven't heard of stories like this coming from our counterparts,
Yeah.
because they got insurance. You're gonna be insurance. You're gonna be insured when you're born. You're getting some insurance because that's how they build wealth.
Right. Yeah.
They build wealth like that by putting people in insurance. But some kind of way we don't even put our loved one in insurance.
Right. And then when it's all said and done, it still has to be somebody that you trust, because sometimes things can be put into place, and depending on who's over that, they can still switch it up. They can still cut corners with the repass, a lot of things, and you're looking around like, wait, I know this is not what this person would have wanted.
So yeah, y'all. Today we're talking about end of life preparedness. Why are we so afraid of talking about issues dealing with death, man? And it's breaking families apart. You know what I'm saying? Like wills and life insurances and stuff like that. We it seems like we're afraid to talk about it, and it's gonna happen.
Right. It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. It's you leaving here. You leaving this place, man. You leaving this place. So why are we so afraid to be prepared to leave here?
Right.
And we'd rather have chaos. We'd rather have chaos. We'd rather live in chaos when mom and dad leave and everybody falling out. Who gonna get this? Who gonna get that?
Right.
Who make the decisions on? Who make all the decisions? See, life. What's up? Going on?
Hey guys, hey, how y'all
Where you
doing?
at in Hollywood? Where you at?
No, I'm not in Hollywood. No,
Gambling somewhere.
I'm in Florida. I'm at home. I'm just getting to get myself together. How y'all doing?
Oh, we good.
Doing great.
We good. Yeah, we just
Good to see. Well,
talking
good
about.
to hear your voice.
Yeah, good to hear your voice. We don't see you, but we hear you.
Absolutely. I ain't even take time. I was gonna come in at 8, but I didn't even. I said, you know what? Let me just go on and jump in. I came in to see y'all live, and I heard y'all already started and rolling, so I jumped on in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we get it started. We get it started. You know what I'm saying? Good to have you on.
Absolutely. Good to hear from you guys as always. You know, I watch you every week anyway. You know what I'm saying?
And we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
We do.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely. How y'all been doing? All is well. How y'all been doing?
We've been doing as good as we can do. You know what I'm saying?
Been busy.
Just
Very
being
busy.
blessed to be on this side. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. That's good enough, ain't that right?
And growing and
yeah.
just living.
Yeah, I want to come in with y'all tonight. I think what you guys are talking about is important. We see it over the internet, you know, all the time about how, you know, they starting to go GoFundMe's and, you know, nobody have policies and they want to do the fish fry, they want to do this, which, you know, a lot of people, sometimes some of us live, and I said some of us, we don't live in a financial place where we make that priority, if that make any sense, you know. Everything will be on auto pay, but that insurance, you know, that phone to be on auto pay, that mortgage will be on auto pay, but that life insurance is not on auto pay, and that should be on auto pay as well. You
Yes.
know, yeah, absolutely. Especially you got kids, cover your kids, cover your grandkids, you know, cover yourself. Because to be honest with you, what I've seen, and I just heard you, just to piggyback off what y'all talking about, soon as somebody die, all hell break loose, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
especially if you don't have a will to state, you know, what it is that you want, you know, yourself. People just gonna do what they want to do to you. You know, I personally don't want that. So I got it written out. Listen, don't bury me in no dress or no skirt. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Robert, I don't care how they feel. You understand me? You know, the Lord know who I am. You feel me? I ain't got time for that. I don't got time. It ain't up for discussion. You understand me? It's already written. You know, it's not a doubt how I want it. This is what it is. You feel me? You better keep me dapper and clean. You feel me?
Yeah, you better have it written out.
I already got it written out, Rob. I ain't
And
playing
guess
no
what?
games.
You better have the money to pay for it.
You better know it. You better know it. You better cover yourself. You hear me? Cover
Yeah.
yourself. Cause somebody else in control. They gonna do what they want to do. You hear me?
They gonna do what they want to do, man. You gonna be on that. You gonna be in that furnace.
Absolutely. That they ain't got no plot for you. They ain't got nothing for you. You know.
Nothing,
But
man.
I'm just happy to come from a grandmother. You know, my grandmother was big on policies. She was big on covering your kids. She was big on that. She spoke about that all the time. She was very well covered when she left here. She had enough policies to keep her covered, you know, and whatever, you know, needed to bury her and some more. So it's just, I think it's important. The old school know that. It like the new
Yes. I
school, they
was
don't
just
get
thinking
it.
that as you're talking. Yeah.
Cause I
Yeah, the
remember my
old school,
grandmama.
they
She
get
always
it.
had she had like this big envelope. She had like a little envelope, a brown little envelope, and that was her policy. And now she and she kept it
Absolutely.
on the dresser.
Absolutely. Remember back in the day, you know, we used to have to kind of stick around because the insurance man came on Tuesday, Wednesday. We had to make
Yeah,
sure he get them little
yeah,
dollars because, you know, grandma had them little dollar waiting on him, you know.
yeah.
Like real, yes, sir, yes, sir. Then they start
And
coming to the house.
you know, life it's not as expensive as we think.
No, it's not. It's really not.
You
You
know what
can
I'm
actually
saying?
get it through your bank. If you got a bank
Mhm.
if you got a
Mhm.
good bank, say Navy Federal, Bank of America,
Mhm.
Chase, any of these banks, you can go through your banks. You can get accidental death. You can get a full life insurance policy. You can go to your banks and get insured, insure your kids, insure yourself, and also write out what it is that you want. If something happen, these bank accounts should be dispersed between X, Y, and Z. The bank will hold their information because if something happened when somebody comes to the bank, they already know what to do. Can't nobody come to the bank and just take your money.
Right.
Yeah. See, my granddaddy didn't have that written out. And from my understanding, the other side of that, the people was able to go in there and just, take that money that was in there. And that
Mhm.
wasn't, even though he didn't want them to have it, but he gone now. It wasn't much nobody could do if they had access to it. You feel me?
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, but if he had it written out, couldn't nobody get it because he already gone.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, the old school had it all put together because I know my mom, like, I guess whenever she had a policy for herself, I mean, she had one like for the whole family, the husband, all the kids,
Hmm.
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to burden, you don't really don't want to burden the family when you just because you gone. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Absolutely.
because man, like I said, I've seen some family go through some stuff, man, over
Mhm, me too.
losing a loved one, arguing about who gonna get this,
Mhm.
who gonna get that. You know how mama would have wanted it. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
if it ain't in writing, who make that decision?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's usually always a level-headed person in the family and a person who always was the caretaker.
Right.
And when the
Yeah.
caretaker clashes with the educated, level-headed person,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh
And the
yeah.
And
family
that's
ain't
how it
finna,
usually
they ain't finna
goes.
talk for years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Sometimes funerals do break up families on
Mhm.
different levels. It not even just my own experience, not even just the the material things or the money. It could just be anything. People use that time to find a reason sometimes
Mhm.
to lash out. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, it's not just the money thing because that's just a part of it. But if you don't have the money, that makes it even more crazier because now if it's only five people or three people in the family got money, they gonna go to them same three people and think they supposed to produce instead of everybody trying to chip in. Because at the
Right.
end
Hmm.
of the day, if the family member, whoever it was that passed away, serves some kind of purpose or been an asset, why we arguing about it? It's our
Right.
family member. We got to put them in the ground. Why is it a discussion? It's nothing to talk about, because I'm sure at some point this person has been of some service to you. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, or even if not, the thing is, we have to find it in ourselves to not take it personal and not get volatile with each other because we all grieving.
Yeah.
Because we all grieving. If you have that policy, that kind of secure a lot of the fighting. If you have the
Right.
will, that secures a lot of the fighting. I have a living will and I have my dying will. In my living will, I have it out where something happens to me, I get sick, and it's like, oh, we just gonna leave you on life support for 6 months. No, the hell with that. Don't fill me up with medicine. Don't blow my body up with machines. If I cannot survive on my own, let me go home. I'm okay. Let me go home. That is written out for me. Let me go home. Do not leave me on a ventilator for 6 months and I'm gonna come back a vegetable or may not come back.
And that right there is so important. If people don't know that, families can be like emotionally distraught trying to figure out what to do.
Oh no. Oh no, not with me. If I can't speak for myself.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then
because you know some
somebody
people keep you around, man. You know what I'm
that
saying?
you
Yeah.
for their own
It
reasons.
can be selfish to a fault. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. For their own reasons too. And it's
But
not
I'm
a
glad you
bad
brought that up,
thing.
like a living will,
Yes.
because a lot of people don't think about a living will. A lot of people
Yeah,
don't think
I
about
have a
that. You
living
know.
will because I'm gonna tell you something. My worst fear is I have one child. You know what I'm saying? And even sometimes if you have five kids, you can't always depend on your children. They have their own life. You know what I'm saying? You have to be mindful of that. So that's why I have a living will. You know what I'm saying? If something go on with me, I don't expect her to stop her life, do anything or anything like that. If I have to go and go into some kind of rehabilitation center or something, that stuff is written out, Robert. Listen, let me tell you something. It's some people get paid to take care of me. You hear me? You hear what I'm telling you? Let them
Mhm.
folk who get paid to take care of me and make sure somebody's on their ass if they ain't doing it. That's just about it for me. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be tug of war about it. I've seen people be home with their families and their families force things down their mouth. Their
Mm.
families don't want to see about them. Nobody want to come in there and change them. They end up with body holes in them, stuff like
Mm.
that. Now, don't do me like that. Tell me to where these folk won't take care of me at. Yeah, take care of me. Take me where they gonna take care of me at.
Yep.
That's it. That's all. You know.
And if you paying for it, they gonna take care of you.
Yeah, if you paying for it, they're gonna take care of you.
Yeah,
And let
they
me tell you
sure
something,
will.
Robert, if I got a cell phone, I can talk for myself. I'm gonna call the police on them anyway. Hey, let me call somebody because you do something to me. And if these hands work, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back anyway. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If I got a stick next to that bed, I'm gonna clock you across your head. So don't you worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be that one for sure. I'm gonna be that one for sure. They ain't gonna abuse me in the old folk home. Don't worry. Don't even worry. I won't be the one. I'm serious though. I'm dead serious when I say that. It's very important about that living will
It
too.
is.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is because man, let me tell you, people be arguing and fighting over you. And I say this too, especially if you worth some money. If
Mm-hmm.
you're worth some money and you know you is, don't be no fool. Don't be no fool. And I don't care. You could be laying with the devil. You know what I'm saying? You have to think about that. Don't be no fool, man. Just make sure you have your affairs in order. Make sure that paperwork is in order for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, especially that living will. Because I've seen people that get sick and their mates have walked away from them. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And they've been by themselves. I work in service and I talk to a lot of older people who have been through some stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I help them as much as I can, but a lot of times their stories, it got me where I am now because these people is out here with no kind of help, with nobody, and they don't have no power of attorney. They got to depend on some kind of state person to be over they check and put them somewhere. They had no living will. They ain't got no will. That's too much. Even if they have money, they just don't have no control over their life.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they have no control. Because at the time when they could have that control, they didn't. And by that time, the state done took over, or their spouse died, and they don't have nothing but one child. They didn't have nothing in writing. So the state come in and they
Mm.
do what they do to them. And they
Yeah.
Yeah.
know they got money. Yeah, and they know they got money. They know it. They know it. And they assign them to what you call what they call angel workers or something like that, where they're over all their stuff. And these people have to go up under them. And sometimes in my case, well, if I have their account, I know they have an angel worker because they don't pay none of their bills. I have to go through somebody else.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Other
because
people paying their bills.
I've
Yeah,
seen
other
it
people
where
paying their bills.
what I was going to say. What am I just lost my
Uh,
thought.
I can't read your mind right now. Sometimes, but not right now.
Absolutely. That's a good thing though. That means y'all got a good chemistry. That's a good chemistry
Yes.
to have. You got to
But
be able
what
to
you got
pick
to
and
say
choose.
then?
Well, what I was gonna say is that I'm glad that we're having this discussion because even life, you pointing out about the living will, like while we're all healthy and we have our right minds and we can think for ourselves, this is a good time to just go into the beginning processes of what it takes, because
Absolutely.
stuff happens and we don't know if, when, and how, and it can happen fast. We just have to be ready as if, we don't have to think it will happen in a bad way or next week or in a year, but just it's better to be safe than sorry. And I would rather think about it now and start putting things into place than to wait another 5, 10 years down the line, or be in a situation where, like you say, you're sick and you don't have a living will, and then people are scrambling trying to figure out what to do. So I think
Yeah.
this is a great opportunity for people to think about it because it caused him to think about it when we were watching that news report, or it was like a just a little documentary.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because people be, it's so hard to get that money up, after the fact. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And,
Hmm.
I don't care how many balloon releases you have, it ain't paying for the funeral. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna
Absolutely.
bury mom and daddy for free.
'Cause isn't the
Absolutely.
average cost, what, 13 grand?
It's probably higher
More
than
than
that.
that? Maybe
It's probably
15 grand?
higher.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably that's just basic.
Let me.
Right.
What you
I'm gonna
what you
tell
talking about?
you.
We just gonna meet you at the. We just meeting
Yeah,
you there.
absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. Because I'm
We
gonna
gonna
tell
meet you
you.
there with the. We gonna meet you there with the casket, and that's it.
Right.
That's
Ain't
it.
you?
That's it. Ain't
That
no
ain't got nothing to
church.
do with
Ain't
the
no
church.
band.
Or
Ain't
the
no
Yeah,
burial.
music. Ain't
Yeah.
no nothing for that. Ain't no.
ain't
You
no
don't.
nothing for that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Ain't no. I'm
Eh,
gonna be honest. In 2007, when my mama died, it was 13,000 then, and I'm
Mhm.
talking about that still with 7 family cars and 3 total with 3 doves. The base then was 10,000. You see
Mm.
what I'm saying? In 2007, that was the base. Anything on top of that, you just adding on. And then
Right.
we have to remember the funeral home and the cemetery is 2 different entities.
Yes.
The funeral home want
Yeah,
the policy. The cemetery want the money. They don't
Mhm.
want your policy. You can't walk in a cemetery and say, "Hey, I got a policy." No, they're gonna want that cash to open and close that grave. They
Yeah.
gonna want it. Yes, sir, because they gotta pay their dickers. So they want you to pay to open and close that grave on top of whatever plot you already paid for.
Right.
yeah. It can
On,
be taxing, man. It can be because my mama passed. I was able to look inside. Oh, I'm like they sit you across. They talk nice to you. You know what I'm saying? but,
they talk because they
but
want
they
that
go,
check.
yeah, they gonna show you these numbers.
Oh, they gonna show you these numbers, baby. In comfort, Robert. They gonna do it in comfort. They gonna do it in
Man,
comfort.
they gonna do it in comfort. They're gonna be rubbing your back. You know what I'm saying? How many cars you need? You need an escort.
Absolutely.
And everything
Amen.
is an add-on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything was an add-on. That is the truth. Because I
Then
remember,
you got to go talk to the. Then you got to hope you're a member of a church if you want. If you got,
and because you got to pay the church, and you're gonna have to
you
pay
got
the preacher.
man, you got to pay the
Hey,
church. We were like they like meet us twins should have with the money.
hey,
And
man,
I think
listen.
they have preachers that you can rent.
Nah, yeah,
That's
they preaching. They
Rent,
getting paid too.
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, you
yeah,
Like
got to
if you
yeah,
don't
pay the
have your
preacher.
own.
yeah.
Man, you got to
Absolutely,
pay the preacher.
absolutely.
You got to pay the church. I
Yeah,
mean, come
absolutely.
on, man. And I'm talking about like 15 grand for 2
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. It's not cheap. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm being
Not
honest when I
15
say that.
grand, but 1500, 15 to 2000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is because you got to pay. So the church gonna want the church gonna want the money for the band if you want music. The church
Hmm.
gonna want the money for the organ player if you want an organ player. So the church, if you are a big family or y'all like music or y'all gonna want a little bit of culture with it. You
Yeah,
want to
with yeah,
celebrate your people. You gonna want to feel the sound up.
yeah, a
Yeah,
video and all that. You
yeah,
know,
a video and all that. So that stuff gonna cost you, and it ain't
yeah,
cheap. And they know it. And the funeral homes getting smart. These funeral homes
Mm.
so smart. They got add-ons. See, they got what you call a la carte now, just like a restaurant. See
yeah.
now cause one thing we know in the funeral business, everybody gonna meet at the front of that church. Nobody is regarded from death. That's a for sure. That's
Hmm.
a for sure. It doesn't matter if you just got here or you on in the 90s. Anywhere in between there, it's like it can be lights out for you. It's none of us know when the day gonna come. But we know we all gonna meet at the front of that church at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At some
absolutely.
point. Yeah, absolutely. We can't escape it. It don't matter how old you may be or how much time you got left, whatever. That's why now while you fully healthy and you got your
Mhm.
right mind, and especially if you from a broken family and you
Mhm.
don't have nobody, and I speak to the people that are like me, you don't have anyone that you can trust. You got 5 people out of 1,000. You better figure out that 5 who you gonna trust with that paperwork. I got 2 that got the paperwork for me. 2. So if one get it kick out of here, the other one got it. You hear me? That's
Right.
just what it is. I
And
gotta.
that's
You gotta have a contingency plan in place.
yes, and and even parents, like just say if you're a parent and you have two teenagers or young children, like maybe they 18, 20. If something happened to you, they'll be so lost. And I know this from a personal experience. I had a really close friend of mine that passed away, and he had an 18-year-old. I think the other one was 19 going on 20. And it was so bad. People came from out of town because they called me and they was like, people are here and they're going through all his stuff. I mean, family that hadn't been there in years and going through all of his things, and they were just displaced. The kids were displaced.
Mm,
It was really sad because he
mm,
passed suddenly. So, when they
mm-hmm,
called me, the only thing I could do was just, be there for them as best I could. I helped them clean up the house, but people that came from out of town just taking all his things.
mm-hmm. And that's how it goes too, especially when, like I said, when you're distant from family or they don't know what's
Mhm.
going on in your world and stuff like that, they'll come and mess up your children and tell your
Mhm.
children what they want your children to know. Your children got to be strong as well. So these conversations need to be had,
Right.
whether you are scared to have them. I used to be terrified
Yeah.
myself. I,
Mm.
I wouldn't even have a conversation about writing a will. And I did my grandmother and my grandfather will. I did my grandfather will in secrecy. The family didn't even know I did his will. Even when my mother died and she had to come off the top of the will and I had to replace it with another family member, I flew into Miami and redid it quietly. And he had a wife down there. He didn't even want her to know. He said, "Don't put it in the mailbox." I said, "I can't put it in the mailbox." Okay, I get on the plane and bring it to you. That's how serious he
Mm.
was about that will. You see what I'm saying? So I'm glad to have come from a grandmother and a grandfather who understood that. So a lot of that came down the pipeline a little bit, but also you want to keep yourself protected because you can't do nothing about when people come in and you can have one, two, three children. Man, these people come in with their money and they feel like it's their situation. They gonna call the shots. They gonna call them.
Yeah.
Mm.
They gonna
Yeah.
call them. Yeah, you don't want nobody to have that over your children. Your
Right.
children get to bury their parents one time. You don't get to dig your mom up or your dad up again and bury them twice. You bury them one time. That's it.
Right.
And you can't. It's not a do over. So you have to do your best then. You have to give your parents your best then. And that's what I did with my mom. I just gave her the best I had. I fought all the way up into the day of, and I didn't know how I was even going to even speak or do her eulogy or nothing. But that day of, she just gave me some strength. She just like, look, you're gonna have to get yourself together. I was 27. You feel me? But guess what? Even at 27, I felt like a kid
Mm.
losing my parent. Yeah, I felt like a kid. But I thank the Lord that she had her affairs in order. She got her own policy. Ain't no family member had to bury her. You feel me? Ain't nobody
Mhm.
buried my mama. She buried herself. You see
It
what I'm
makes it so
saying?
much easier.
Yeah, it made it so much
Yeah, it makes it easy
easier.
on everybody, man.
Yes,
It makes it
yes, it
easy
made
on
it made
everybody.
it so much easier. Made it so much
And
easier.
you can just
I,
focus on the love and you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Just focus on the
Mm-hmm.
love. Ain't nobody got to be looking side eye to each other at the
Mhm.
funeral. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
absolutely, because people feel entitled.
Right.
Even if the policy is in place, if they feel like they're a certain ranking family member, they feel entitled to do X, Y, and Z. And that's
Yep.
when they go to fighting over stuff. That's why that will is important. Because now you feel like, oh, he said or she said I can have this, or I can have that. When my grandparents died, I didn't want anything. My mama gone. My mama gone. These are my
Mm.
grandparents. They don't owe me nothing. I've been with them all my life. It is all right with me. I didn't ask for a thing. I walked away clean. They can fight over it. They can talk about it. I ain't have nothing to say. Keep it.
Mm.
Keep it. Whatever
Yep.
do for me, give it to my sister. Keep it. I ain't asked for a thing. I walked
Yep.
away. I
Mm.
walked away. I ain't even talked to them about the policies. Guess what? And I gave up my plot. That was my plot. My grandmama land where I bought that plot next to my mama. When my
Mm.
grandmama left here, I moved my resting place. And I
Mm.
told my daughter, cremate me. Because my
Mm.
grandmama gonna rest right here next to her
Mm.
daughter. I gave up my plot for my grandmama.
Wow.
Absolutely. That's what we do. We pay our homage to them because they gave up their
Right.
time for us. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we do. While we here in our right mind, we have to take care of things. You know what I'm saying? We have to take care of it. You don't have the policies in place, them children gonna act a fool.
Mhm.
They
I
gonna
mean,
act a
I
fool.
I can remember when my mom passed away, she had everything so planned out. She picked out her pallbearers.
Oh my.
She talked to each one of them and told them who they were. She had the
Oh
list, wrote
my.
it down. She told us what color she wanted to wear. She had it all spelled out.
Oh
And she
my.
wrote a poem that she wanted read to us coming from her. Like, she had everything laid out completely, everything, what color she wanted us to wear, and we obeyed it. I mean, it was there was nothing to think about. She picked out her own songs,
Hmm.
everything.
Absolutely. So, so question, Robert. So, what you what you think? Do you have a just a regular will? So your children, because you got some, what you got, five
I
kids? Y'all,
absolutely don't, and this is
you
why
got to
we want
get
to talk
one.
about it today.
You
Because
got to
Jennifer,
get you one.
the question that we talking about today, she asked me, and I was like dumbfounded. I'm like, yeah, I never thought of it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Well,
tough,
you can
it's a
go
tough
to an
question to
attorney.
answer.
Yeah, you
But
can go
it's
to an attorney and get it done, or you can go online. It's so easy now.
Yeah.
Well, you can go online. They have the online services where you can put your will online. They'll lock it in. And that's where, your people will have to go, in the timely manner. And they'll be the one that do the reading of the will. They got it like that, or you can have it personal or private. Me, I got mine's kind of personal or private. I did look at something like that and I seen it. I was just like, nah, I'd rather have my two. I got a cousin and a best friend. I'd rather have them have those wills. That's just what my decision on it. But I know it may work out, what I'm saying, if you trying to just not have too many people in your business, because that's the whole
Right.
thing right there.
Right.
You got to be careful. You might be giving your will and your policy to the person who gonna offer you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I ain't
Right.
playing. I mean, it's so messed up out here right now,
No,
man. You
you're
got you gotta tread these waters lightly. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? I'm
yeah.
serious, Rob. I'm not playing. I'm
And
dead for real when
sometimes
I
if
say
people
that.
find out they ain't in the will, man,
they get upset.
Oh, come on now.
it
Look at
has
the
to be
manip.
private. Your will got to be
Yes,
private
sir.
because
It got to be private. It got to be
because
private.
Even how much and all that stuff. Because if
Even
you
how
got more than one
much?
child, you might
Yep,
leave more money to the more responsible child. You just
absolutely.
can't tell them all of that. I trust
That
me.
will got to be private. It has to be private
Trust
for
yeah.
you
me.
to do
I
it.
got policies, so I know you gotta have that next person in line who's gonna get what, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yep.
And
and the sad
yeah,
thing about it, the older child always think they next in line, but they don't be your more responsible child sometimes.
And yeah, that's true. That's true.
You
Because
know what I'm saying? So
I've seen parents give it to the middle child. I've seen parents give the responsibility to the baby and not even the older child. I've seen it happen both ways. Yep.
yeah. If that
It be
oldest
like
ain't
that
responsible,
sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey man, you got to go with the one got their head on their shoulder, not with the
Yes.
one gonna fight with the whole family, take the chick,
Mhm.
run off, go get married, live with somebody else, and then come back 10 years later broke and want everybody to forgive them. No,
Right.
sir.
And
No,
I mean,
sir.
it's down to the little things, which is not really little, like your vehicles, your home, all that stuff. Like
Yep.
it's a
If you have a
lot of
lot of
details.
things, if you have a lot of tangible things,
Yeah.
like seriously, if you really do, and I ain't
Mhm.
talking about no shoes and clothes,
Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
talking
No.
about if you have a lot of tangible things, you need to have something in place.
Right.
You need to have something in place because if you don't have nothing in place, these people is gonna act a fool. And
Mhm.
sometimes probate court take more than what you know. So to keep it out of probate court and to keep people from trying to come at you and lawsuits happening, just go ahead and cover yourself. Just go ahead and
Right.
cover yourself. Yeah. I'm looking at a new part of a insurance. One of my friends turning me on. I think it's called IUL or something like that. But it's where you invest into the insurance and you also can borrow off the insurance as well. But it's still life insurance. But it's like an investment into like it's not like burial insurance. It's
Mhm.
actually like compound interest. Yeah. So I'm learning about this thing now. So we're going through this course and this process. I think we're like on week one. Once I get through the end of it, if it makes sense to me, I think I want it. Because even if I'm 46, like if you think about it, even if in 20 years you're talking about 66, if you just
Mhm.
put the money in there and just let it sit, whether you borrow off of it or not, the interest is going to be so good for you in 20 years that even if you couldn't retire from your job, that policy is enough. That
Okay.
policy, yeah, it's enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things to think about, even like swinging back to the if you want to be an organ donor or not. Just stuff can happen, and um, if if you think about it, and just even if it's not in written out, at least verbalize it to somebody.
Yeah.
To start.
Do you
Because
see
I
the
have a relative.
controversy online that's going on right now with the verbalizing? It's a controversy online with
Really?
a transgender who just passed away, and the father wants to bury him as a him, and the mother said no to bury
Okay.
her as a her because that's how she lived. The daddy says that he don't want to put him and his son in the ground as a woman, even though
Mm.
he lived as a woman.
Oh, wow.
He verbally spoke this to his family and his sisters.
Okay.
But and let me say she, let me address her as she lived. She verbally spoke this, right? That she wanna leave like she is, as girl la la la, right? But the daddy said, no, there's no will in place. There's no nothing in place. There's no policy in place. The GoFundMe was funded by public people. Give it to the daddy. The daddy don't want to use the money, period, to bury the baby because he don't want to bury her as a her. He want to bury as a him. She verbally said she wants to be buried as who she is. Now, how
Mm.
fair is that?
It's not, because it's not
How
honoring
it's not honoring her.
the person.
Yeah. So his thing is, and what he spoke about, I seen him come on the internet. He said that he feel like he don't want to if he bury his son as a woman, it's like sending him disrespecting God. I want him to know that he's in control of his own salvation. God know
Right.
who girl Lala is.
Right.
You whether you bury her as a him or her has nothing to do with it because it's a body and not a soul. So he's so displaced from what it is. I think his whole thing is he don't want to look like no type of way. But as a parent, I respect how he feel as well. He's a parent.
Mhm.
He entitled to feel how he feel. But is it fair that she didn't have anything in place and he
Mm.
wants to bury her like him instead of who
Mm.
she is? Is that fair?
Yeah, it's not,
Yeah, that's not
because
fair.
of, like you said, he has to be mindful of his own salvation,
Yep.
and it goes to what we're talking about now. Oh, it's that person's wishes,
Yep.
and if we don't honor those person's wishes, then that just makes it so, difficult to add on to the loss of the person.
But see, that goes
What's
to what we talk. That
what's your
goes to what
opinion
we
on that,
talking about.
Robert?
Though.
Right.
That goes to what we talking about. If
Right.
you ain't got it in writing, you basically leaving up to the person who's
Paying
taking
for
care of
it.
everything.
Correct, because the
That's exactly what we're talking
GoFundMe,
about.
what the money that went to the GoFundMe, the daddy had control over it. He has
Mm.
control over it.
Yeah,
So
so
he's the one
he gonna do it the way he want to
correct.
do it.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If the mama had control over the GoFundMe, the mama like my baby wants to be buried like she is, and they having this thing because they're not together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So they having this thing. So now the whole funeral itself is not in place. And now y'all
Mm.
gonna leave the baby on top of the ground because
That's
y'all
messed
can't
up.
come to a decision,
Yeah,
how to bury this baby. That's so unfair.
it
It's so
is.
unfair. But again, it's no will in place. The baby is 21 years old.
Mm.
It's no will in
It's,
place.
I think
What
it's a
21-year
tough
old is talking about a
situation for
will?
me.
It's
I
a
think.
tough
It
situation.
is.
It's tough.
It
It's
is.
really tough. But what 21-year-old, 20-year-old is thinking about a living will?
Yeah.
None of them. But the average 21 year old right now is probably doing something on social media that is some kind of income for them. A lot of them have thousands of dollars. We got more young millionaires than we ever had. They're dying at a rapid rate. Where's this money going?
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Where's this money going? There's no life insurance and policies in place.
So I'm glad you brought this story up, because now it we can, you know, extend this conversation to our children,
Absolutely.
instead of
Absolutely.
us just thinking about it because we're in that gap, that age, not gap, but age group where we're
Mhm.
considering, hey, we need to get these things in place for, whoever is left behind. Our children need to think about these things. And it's
Absolutely.
sad,
But see,
but
their life is going to change so much over the years to where you know what I'm saying. Like they might have second thoughts. You know what I'm saying about where they want
that's
to be
true, but it can
buried.
be
You know what I'm saying.
revisited.
But I get what you're saying. It
Yeah.
don't hurt, but
But
you know
even
what I'm
in our
saying.
age, Robert, we change. How many times have you seen somebody go change their will? I've changed mine. When I
Yeah.
reprinted my will, my living will, I changed that. When I reprinted my will, I changed that too. You see what I'm saying? Even at this age, because
Yeah.
I didn't change anything like, oh, this person don't get that or this.
Hmm.
You get what I'm coming from? I didn't change anything like that, but it's certain things that you're gonna have to adjust anyway. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to adjust anyway. But the thing is, even if they're in their early 20s, the most thing they need to have is a will.
Hmm.
Even if they don't have a living will, you might not think about all that. But how many times we see these football players with these college NIL deals who get hurt from the neck down? They
Yeah.
have no living will. Sometimes they can't even speak for themselves no more.
Mm.
The only person they got sometimes is their mom or their daddy sending over. Now their mom and their daddy got to fight for this money. They got to get power of attorney over them. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because most of the
Yes.
time, if they're under some money like that, somebody else own them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to think about that. You got to put yourself in a place like, okay, boom, you got a situation where you got some younger kids, but even if they don't cover themselves, you cover them.
Right.
Ask them like, look, man, I ain't talking about if something happened to you, but nigga, I gotta
Right.
bury you. Listen, young lady, I gotta bury you if something do go on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep
Right.
it real, yeah. And I ain't trying to put
And,
you in a
and,
situation,
and a
but
lot
I
of these
want
kids are high risk kids.
yeah, they
You know
high
what I'm
risk.
saying?
And you tell them it's the same for me. If something has to happen to me, this is what you guys do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is.
Right.
That's just what it is. Yeah, that's just what it is. I think our kids need to know, if
Hmm.
you because I definitely, talk to my daughter about certain things, you know what I'm saying, and let her know what it's at, what this is, and what it's at. You need to know that.
And it's a tough conversation.
It's definitely
I
a tough conversation.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's tough to talk about it for myself, but like when you're talking about your children, it's tough.
It's a tough conversation, but it's
Mhm.
a
I
smart
need it.
decision.
Yeah, it's
It's a smart
needed.
decision to make.
Right.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It makes sense.
Right.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? If you really care about your loved one, you would do it, and that's something I got to get on that like ASAP. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Rob. Listen to me, Robert. My brother. I'm gonna use my brother for example. God rest his soul. He hard headed as I don't know what. Now my brother, I feel like when my mama died, she left me in his care. So I wanted to make sure he was good. I wanted to make sure he was all right. So before my brother died, he was talking crazy. I don't care. My mama gone. He was hurt. My brother heart was broken for real. He lost his mama. You know what I'm saying? He just never detached from it. His heart was broke for 9 years. That's just what it was. Like he was a titty baby. And that nigga just never came off the titty. That's just what it is. And he never recovered from it for real. And he was telling me some crazy stuff. I said, brother, you need to let me put a policy on you because you talking crazy. And
Mm.
if something go on with you, nigga, I want to make sure I can bury you. He was like, I ain't finna let you bury me. I somebody to bury you. I'm like, who you think I'm burying? He
Mm.
was like, if I get a policy, all y'all gonna do is fight. I don't want
Mm.
nobody fighting over no money. Put me in the box, put me over the ocean or something.
Mm.
Cremate me. Don't worry about me. And let me tell you something for real. We had that conversation. And then one even 6 months later, that young man took his wing. And his sister had to go through all these things because he didn't listen to me. So even through the end of the process, I still took his ashes and did what he wanted me to do. And I took him to North Carolina over there at Myrtle Beach, I think South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and I spread them over the ocean for him. You know what I'm saying? I gave him his wishes. He's verbally told me that. He verbally told me, go ahead
Y'all
and
from
burn.
that area?
Nope. He just told me put him. He liked to fish. He was a man of the waters. He loved the waters. He was a water guy. And he just told me, he said, look, man, I said, bro, you just gonna leave your sister? He said, yeah, we had this conversation. He said, yeah, man, you gonna be all right. He said, you strong, sis. You gonna be all right. I'm like, bro, if you leave me, what I'm gonna do? And I swear to God, listen to me when I tell you, Robert, that boy took his wing, changed my whole life. That's why I'm probably sitting right here in Florida now. That's what I'm probably saying. That's that it wasn't nothing else. He my sibling.
Mm.
It was a piece of me. You know what I'm saying? But I had to carry out what it is that he wanted me to do. But it was a mess because he didn't have a policy.
Mm.
It was a mess. And it ain't cheap to bury nobody. you
Mm.
know.
Most definitely.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a mess because he didn't have policy. But I still took his ashes over to the waters for him, and I love my brother to death, but he didn't listen. Do we have those people in our family?
Yeah.
Sometimes we had to just take their social security number and put some policies on them ourselves. I should have did it. That's what I should have did. I should have just put a policy on them anyway.
Mm. Yeah, it's some people don't want to leave policies for different reasons. I knew of someone who was like, "Y'all don't need no money after I die."
Yeah, he
So
didn't have any
like,
kids. He didn't have any kids. He got 7 sisters. He got 2 from his mom and 5 from his dad. He didn't have any kids. He just had 7 sisters. That's it.
mm,
Hmm.
yeah. This has been a really enlightening conversation with the information that you've shared and just you know your input. Yeah, I
Yeah, because
appreciate
I
it.
when I seen it come up, I was like, I'm going through that right now. Like,
Mm,
even that's crazy because God is so ironic. God is so on purpose and on
mhm,
time
mhm.
that, yeah, He allowed this time right now, for me to get, because I've been looking at other things and, like I said, talking to other people who actually do the insurance on
Mhm.
different levels, even though I have 4 policies. It's some other stuff outside of my bank and outside of my job that I want to work with and try and see, can it be lucrative? Because life insurance policies also can pay you while you're alive.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, yep. They also can give out while you're alive. So, and a lot of us of color, we don't know that because we don't listen and we don't read.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, we don't listen, we don't read. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just taking some little small courses on trying to see how I can get that done. I don't want to sell insurance because I know I'm not an insurance salesman, but I want to make sure I know a little bit about it because I know it's all a scam, but we might as well benefit from it.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all a
I've been
scam.
approached about um getting into that business. I'm thinking about getting into it
That is
anyway.
big, Robert. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know.
The girl in
I
Atlanta,
somebody told me about it.
yeah,
Somebody
it's
tried to encourage
big.
me to do it.
It's big. I told her, I said, look, I'm all on board to have these conversations. And I want to know and I want to be a part of her Zooms, but I do not want to sell insurance. I made that very clear. I am not an insurance person. I don't want to sell insurance, but I do want to buy insurance from her and be a client with her because she's very smart. You know what I'm saying? And she knows a lot. She's a black girl out in Buckhead in Atlanta, and she's been selling insurance for a long, long, long time. But now she's in a different bracket to where she's teaching us how to get this insurance outside of our jobs, outside of these banks, outside of these companies, these insurance companies who just benefited from us. We just sit on this life insurance and they're collecting money. What we're doing is putting it to a bank. What they're using, they're taking that money and giving it to investors. So what we're still letting these people build empires off our backs. We might as well find another way to give into this insurance so we can benefit from it.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because how many times our grandmother, and I just told you, my grandmother paid insurance like crazy until one of the insurance man told her, like, she was like, you could borrow on this policy and that policy, but he didn't open up and give her all the details of what she needed to know about it. She was
Mhm.
able to borrow on certain policies, but she didn't understand the extent if she would have just opened that thing up. You know what I'm saying? And I know she was doing it because me and her had these conversations. But
Mhm.
it's the same thing now, but it's on a different level. So where now you can go in, okay, I see a home, it's worth 200,000. I want to invest into this property. I'm gonna pull 100,000 from this place. The 100,000 is still there, but it looks like I pulled it from there. But I gotta if I'm a payback on it, or am I gonna let it sit there and accrue? So that's the trick. I'm learning how to pull the money, even though I know it's sitting there, without
Mhm.
me actually having to pay some kind of monthly fee back. How does that work? And I can still borrow on this money. You see what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
know, but I know I'm putting it. So I'm still paying my regular insurance policy. I'm not paying anything extra, but I'm able to borrow the money as if the money is already there.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's the part I'm trying to learn with it. When I get it, I got y'all. If y'all need it, I got you. I'm gonna drop it in for you, let you know, look, man, go get this. This what you need to do. Let that money do what it do. Because we be just paying for stuff. We got our money in banks and we're not benefiting from it. I've been with Navy Federal for years. I can't get a loan from Navy Federal. They don't care about my credit score. I don't think they care about is the fact that I'm black. That's what they care about. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to figure out a way to make our own way. They ain't just gonna give it to us. We
Right.
got to figure it out. You're alive and well now. Borrow off of it. That's all white people do.
Mhm.
That's all they do. They live off credit cards and life insurance policies.
Yep.
That's what they do.
Yeah. Cash strap.
Yep. They live on credit card, life insurance
And we
policy.
trying to live off cash.
Man, we struggling bad, bro. We run Peter pay Paul trying to pay these bill. These bills come every 30 days. You feel me? These
Buy the
bills
most
ain't gonna stop.
expensive clothes and
Yes,
Yes,
Lord.
accessories.
we invested in the wrong stuff. That's our biggest problem.
Yeah, I'm in this
You know.
world, but I'm not of this world. So I thank the
Right,
Lord for that. Yeah, I thank the Lord for that. I thank the Lord that I'm not attached to nothing.
right.
I'm so detached from things. I can walk past something that I know is attracting my eye and
Hmm.
strong enough to understand that that's not what I need. You see what I'm saying? It was a
Exactly.
time where I couldn't even go in the shoe store, man. I've got to get 3 pairs. I want this pair, that. Now I can walk past 50 little shoe stores. In my brain now, if I don't have any stock in it, you're not giving me any money. You guys are already millionaires and billionaires. I got time in front of me. I got things I got to do. And that's not give you my money.
I know that's right.
And that's not give you my money. That's how I feel about it now.
I ain't mad at you.
I bought me some white Air Force One and a 6.5, about $90. I'm happy with that. You hear me? I'm happy
We're
with
gonna
that.
we're gonna change gears a little. We go to 7 to 8:30 now. We cut like 30 minutes off the show because
Okay, that's good. That's
nobody want to hear
good.
us all night.
That's good. But you know,
So
Barbara,
the last topic
you can
is
do 45
Thanksgiving.
minutes now. You can
Say
do
what now?
45 minutes now. You can do 45 minutes. You know that.
Yeah. Yeah, the next topic, Thanksgiving. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? I know this round of time of year, man, where it's not good for a lot of people. This Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's not good for a lot of people. I see them posting like, I mean, and it could have been like 10 years from now. They lost a loved one, and this marks that anniversary. This is one of those anniversary days that you get to go without the one you love again. So
Mm.
last year, like I was saying at the beginning of the show, I didn't even put up no Christmas ornaments or tree. I didn't put up the Christmas tree. I didn't put the stuff outside. I didn't do nothing. I didn't want to have nothing to do with that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And that was my mama's. That was something she always did. My mama gonna decorate. I'm talking about. She
Mm-hmm.
decorate with the season. This lady have Thanksgiving stuff up all over the place. I'm talking about like the pumpkins and all this stuff, and then she'll tear that down, get ready for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? She was good with the holidays now. I'm talking about inside and out, man. You go to her house, it looked like
Department store.
department store when it's Christmas time. She got snow hanging everywhere. I'm like, this lady here, man, she take it serious. But last year I didn't do nothing, man, because it was just too close to. It was just too close to losing her. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even want to go through it. But this year, I'm picking it back up. I heard a voice say, "Boy, you need to go and move on with that. You go and put them stuff. Go and put the decorations up now. You gonna move on now. You know what I'm saying? You hear that voice in your head that tells you,
Mm-hmm.
all right, move on, son. You know what I'm saying? Go
Mm-hmm.
and move on now.
Yeah.
I need to see it. Let me see them. Let me see what you're doing.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So this is some of the people struggle around this time of year. But we're gonna be with the family. Our family, man. And the Walkers, man, they eat. One thing we gonna do is eat. When we get together, we gonna eat and have fun.
More than enough food.
Yeah.
Too much.
That's one thing I like about having been in a big family like this.
Yeah.
We have our problem like every other family, but we make sure that we don't let the issues become, what I'm saying, bigger than the issues. Our issues ain't bigger than the family.
Amen.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
good.
And sometimes you have to push through. And at the end of the day, man, everybody feel much better than everybody, because you can tell people be crying, and that you be let free from that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And I hear stories of people, they don't even come together no more, man. It's like, and you see people on Facebook, fuck family. I mean, if you saying fuck family, I know you can't care nothing about me.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I don't get that. I don't get it, but I understand. People go through things. And it's tough sometimes when you lose those matriarchs in the family.
Yeah.
And you don't have those glue people. You know what I'm saying? Every family gotta have those glue people who ain't gonna take sides.
Yeah, some deaths do break.
Yeah,
Some
they're
deaths
not
do
they're not
break
afraid.
families.
They're not
They
afraid to
do.
tell their own children of you wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You gotta have
Absolutely.
those type of people in your family, and we
Mhm.
just blessed that we had multiple people in our family like that
Yeah.
who now they're going on, and I see different women stepping up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing to see, man. And I love to be with family around that time. So I'm not getting with
Amen.
nobody who can't accept me and my family. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. That's all right. That's all right. Amen. That's how it's supposed to be, Robert. That's exactly
All
how it's supposed
in.
to be, brother.
Yeah, you know
All
you get with
in.
some people and they don't even
Yeah.
want, and they just tear you away from your family.
Oh
And you like,
yeah.
That's
and
that
the
let you
family
know that ain't
call,
the one
what's
for
wrong with
you.
him? You know what I'm saying? His old
Yeah.
lady
Absolutely.
don't like her over there, don't like his cousin. So she tells she mad at him and he go around the family because she can't go around the family because she don't like the family. You know what I'm saying? So
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a plus with your when you on your mate can be around family. That's definitely a plus.
yeah,
Well, that's
Yeah.
yeah,
good. My plans for Thanksgiving is to be right here with this family I have. I appreciate them through the ups and downs we have. We don't, Rob. I never really celebrate holidays. Even when my mama was here, I did it for her. She was about like your mama, like to decorate, like Thanksgiving, like Christmas. She
hmm
liked all that good stuff. But it wasn't my thing, and it's even more not my thing now that she's gone. So every year I try to give back. I either volunteer at a food bank or I go somewhere where I can be of service. If not,
Okay.
I'll cook and I'll give it away to people. When I was in Atlanta, I would go to the hotels. I would take and get the styrofoam plates. I would take about 50 to 100. I'll cook a whole Thanksgiving meal. Me and Micaiah, my family would, yes, seriously, I'm not just saying that this is the truth, and we would go out to the hotels with the mothers and the kids, and I would give that food away. I never do it for me. I always find something to give back to the people. And for this year, I'm gonna service me. I'm gonna give something back to me. I'm gonna appreciate the year I've been through. I'm gonna appreciate that the my health and the storm that I've weathered, and I've came to the other end of things. You know what I'm saying? I've had to go through some things this year, and I thank God for bringing me on the other end. And that's what I'm doing this year. So it's not about food. I'm just in gratitude,
Right.
and I
Yeah.
celebrate the
yeah,
people that I'm in the house with, that
That's
love
awesome.
me every day and go through the hard days with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's
yeah,
about.
That's awesome.
yeah. Because everybody
Yeah.
got something to be thankful for.
Oh,
You
I
know
got
what
a
I'm saying?
lot to be thankful
Just to
for,
be here,
Robert.
just to be
Just
here,
to
Hmm.
be
man.
here.
You know,
Yeah,
to
just to
see
be
the
here.
to see the spectacle that's going on.
Yeah. What a time
yeah,
to be
Interesting.
alive, right?
yeah, man, yeah. What about you,
Yeah.
Jen?
I've never really made a big deal about Thanksgiving itself, but what I do enjoy is being around people that are fun, and
Hmm.
just being grateful openly with the people, and your family, your friends too. And I look forward to us all getting together. I do, because I
Yeah.
know it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
also got one of the family, man. They don't care who show up. If you with somebody in the family, you family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have more than enough food and more than enough fun, man.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't trade my family in for $1 million, maybe
Absolutely.
five, but
Tell her, give you a couple more on that thing. You got a few
yeah,
you'll
maybe
swap out,
five. You know what I'm
right?
saying? Yeah, because it's really family has been important to me, man. My family is so supportive
That's
of me
good. That's
and
good.
what I do. You know, when I'm doing my shows, they front and center. You know what I'm saying? Lock and step. You know what I'm saying? And I
That's
can
good.
and I just feel like I'm blessed to be in the family
Absolutely.
that I'm in, man. God put me in the right family. God know what he was doing. He did that. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying?
But Robert, I watch you across the internet and just without knowing you personally, you put a lot in too, brother. So don't be short on yourself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because you put a lot in, my boy.
He sure
So you
does.
well
I
deserving of
can
all your flowers while you can
Yes,
smell them.
I
You hear
can
me?
vouch for
Yeah, he put a
you
lot
for
in,
him on
don't
that.
he?
I
Yeah, he
do.
put a
Yes,
lot in, don't he?
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
I do the best. I do the best with what I have, man.
absolutely.
I've learned, man. If you put in a little, God to put in a lot.
Amen.
In
Amen.
the biggest issue we have, the biggest issue I used to have is waiting on other people to do stuff for me
Mm,
instead
Amen.
of just taking what I have and moving forward. And I've seen God move in my life, man. When you see God moving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one thing when you know you got faith that he's gonna do it. When you see him moving,
Amen.
when you see him moving, it's an awesome thing, and you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like this, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and promote my show. My New Year's Eve concert, y'all. The RL experience is gonna be full effect. This is gonna be the first show where I'm gonna be performing songs that I wrote from my heart. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
And I'm
Robert,
gonna
where
mix
it's
it
gonna
in.
be at?
It's gonna be at Pink Lion Jazz Club. It's out in what mall it is up there?
It's the
Stonecrest Mall in Decatur.
Black
Oh,
Wall.
yeah, okay, you're on the east side. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard my album or not. If you ain't, go check it out, man. I got some
It's
real.
on my Apple, my man. Listen, I support you all around the globe. One thing about real supporters, they don't need to be seen. They just do it. So don't worry about that. It's in my phone. I have sent it to my girlfriend mother. She watch your show as well. You know what I'm saying? She know your YouTube. So let me tell you, I support you 100, Robert.
Hey,
That's
and
why I
look,
said you put a lot in, brother. You put a lot in.
And I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I said a long time, I'm gonna stop addressing my haters and address the people who support
Just
me.
stop.
You know,
Just
because a lot of people,
stop.
because a lot of people my haters. No, what about the people who support you? You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to be addressing my haters.
You gotta focus on the people that you know.
I'm focused. I'm focusing on the people, man. And I thank God to put you. I think God got me in a space. You know what I'm saying? God got me in my own little space to where I don't have to. I have creative freedom. I can write what I want to write. You know, I can write
more
from the
control of
heart.
what you're doing. Absolutely.
Yeah, I can write from the heart, and I don't have to try to impress other people. Because I believe music's supposed to be how you feel about it, and if people are gonna accept it, they're gonna accept how you feel about music.
Right.
And a lot of people, they try to find, okay, what they like now, what they like to hear these days. It ain't about what they like to hear; it's about what's on your heart.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
But you
that's
come
how
from a different time with that, man. You coming with the old school R&B feel with that. You know the old school R&B feel. They can sing from pain. They can sing from love.
Exactly.
These people sing from cloud. They sing from whatever's trending.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's changed. It's changed from singing from the heart and singing about a world. I sing about a world of how I imagine it should be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If this were my world, I see it this way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I'm heartbroken, I can write about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fake. Don't be fake when you write. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Say less.
That's how I come. And so,
and it's your conscious music. What you're thinking, not what somebody want to put in your head. If
I say it, I wrote it, it's real.
That's
so
Absolutely.
I'm putting my life out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to impress people and all that. You know, somebody said you ought to do that. You ought to do Southern Soul. I said that ain't my lane. That ain't my lane. That's for people who lane it is. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, December 27th, man. Y'all go get them tickets. They're on sale now. Listen, I've sung at many funerals for free. You know what I'm saying? And the least y'all can do is support me now. I need y'all support now. I need y'all to show up with me now. I'm showing
you definitely sung at my mother's funeral. I support you for those reasons, for real. I think it come from, I tried to pay you, Robert, outside my grandmother's house. I said, I got $125 for you because I had paid the church. And that's where I got that information from.
No, here's the thing, though.
I'm just being real, though, Rob. I'm saying serious. I tried to pay you, and you really didn't want the money.
I
and
didn't.
You was like, no.
I didn't because I feel
I did this from my heart. That's my girl, too. And I never forgot that. And I always respected. I'm serious. That's why I support you. Because I always respected that. I always appreciated that. And out of everything was going on, that's the most genuine thing I heard that day. That man said, I don't want this money. I'm good. I did that from my heart. And he sung his heart out. He didn't have to do that. The band wanted their money. The funeral home wanted their money. The pastor wanted his money. Ain't nobody said no. The obituary man wanted his money. But Robert said I was all right. I appreciated that. I really did.
Yeah, because when God, I don't see it. I don't see it. I see it as God sending me somewhere. when people
Amen.
ask you to sing at one of their loved one homegoing service, this is the last moment they're gonna have with that person. This means a lot to them. And
Mm-hmm.
you want somebody on point up there singing. You don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? You want to, you want,
Now some of the stuff
yeah,
we sing. woo.
because and that be a lot of pressure on that because
I
this
know.
is serious. Because this is what people gonna
I
remember.
know.
The
Bless
guy
their
who
heart.
up there, he was horrible. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
do it. I remove myself when I do that. I remove myself when I'm up there singing. I remove myself and I let God just take over and let it go,
Amen.
you know, from my mouth to people's heart, you know, wherever it's gonna be.
Amen.
And people say,
Amen.
how much I owe you? I say, whatever you want to get me. It's a love offering. I don't, how much you charge?
Amen.
This is not my business.
Amen.
But I respect that you think enough of me to sing for a loved one. You know what I'm saying? That's paid right there. They're telling me
Amen.
they're telling me that you appreciate my singing so much that you would want me to come sing at the last time you'll see your loved one in the flesh. That's huge
Man.
to me. You know what I'm saying? So the
Mm-hmm.
money is just a bonus. But I've already been paid because you invited me to come sing for you in this moment. You know what I'm saying? So
Amen.
Blessing in
Uh,
itself.
Yeah. So that's why I say you deserve your flowers, brother. You see what you just said? That's what I mean. You see what
I
I'm saying?
appreciate it, my
That's
sister.
why you deserve your flowers,
I
brother.
appreciate it. I
Yeah, I
appreciate it.
appreciate
You
you.
know
You
what I'm
always support me. You
saying?
support my podcast. You support everything I do. You guys got the book. You guys actually read the book because you was able to tell me some things. I just appreciate you,
Oh
brother. And I
yeah.
always show
Oh
the
yeah.
support back.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
support is free. It don't cost you nothing to support
It
your
don't
people,
cost you
man.
nothing. It don't
It's
cost
so
you
true.
nothing.
Absolutely.
So
And I be
true.
listening like,
Absolutely.
all my homeboys who we grew up together, it don't cost them nothing. Just check my homeboy out. You know what I'm
Right.
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But everybody can't take you in your
Yeah.
growth, brother. Everybody can't take you in your growth. So you got to remember that too.
That is
Yeah.
so true, life. That's the reality of
That's
sometimes
the
with
reality of it.
how
They just can't
people
see it with
are.
their eyes. They can't take it.
Yeah.
So once again, we appreciate you for coming on.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you for coming on. And I've been checking. I check your podcast, and I ain't seen you did nothing new in a minute.
I
I
got
said,
two. I got two or three in the gun. They
when you
already
drop them
done. I didn't even drop them
on
into.
there
I didn't
because
even drop them yet.
sometimes when I'm like I got a long drive somewhere, I try to
I
find
got
something to listen
two.
to.
I got two that's gonna be good for you. I'm telling you, I got two. One of them is I got a pastor on there. She talking about dreams and stuff like that. She actually from the West Side. You might know who she is, Pastor Val Tickman. She talking about dreams and interpreting dreams and stuff like that. So she I didn't drop the actual visual on it
Oh
yet,
yeah, I
but
know
the
men
audio.
gonna love that one.
Yeah, so the audio is gonna go up. I'm gonna put the audio up because it's done being edited, but the visual won't be up on YouTube yet. But the audio is gonna go up, so y'all check it out on Spotify, Apple, any of that. So I'll have it up in the next couple of days. Y'all should see it.
Yeah, just let me know when you drop it. You know what I'm saying? I love
Okay.
hearing your voice. It's a reassuring like, oh, she knows what she's
Oh, I
talking about.
appreciate that. Yeah, I
Yes.
appreciate that. My godmama said to me the other day, she said, "You better stop talking to me like that. You try to talk to me like you trying to coat me." I said, "No, ma'am."
Yeah, you don't talk like you from the hood,
Yeah, you know I'm from the hood for sure, don't you, Robert? I'm straight out of apartment 58. You hear
Yeah, you
me?
talk like you been to Spelman in the college and all that.
Oh, I'm well rounded. That come with travel. I always say keep your kids in close proximity to success, man. They come from me exposing myself to successful people. I'm not scared to get in the room with people smarter than me, and that's where I learned it from. And I think that's what get us where we gotta go. Get in the room with people smarter than
I'm
me.
glad you said that, man. And I heard some Obama said, like, once you in the room with them, you find out they ain't all that.
They ain't all that. What you do is you take a little bit of their stuff. You take a little bit of that stuff and spice your life
Yeah.
up. You feel what I'm
That was when
saying?
I heard Obama say that. That was so profound. just that part, like that. Obama said when you get in the room with these people, you find out
They
they
ain't
ain't
all
all
that.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. Yes, sir.
How you doing, Deborah Green? Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. This is Life Journey, Echoes of Life podcast. I always appreciate Robert. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check me out on any of the platforms as well. I will have some new coming up, but I got more than enough episodes for you to take and listen to as well, And I appreciate you, Robert. I really do. You and Gina, you guys are some amazing people, and you doing an amazing thing. So keep working, brother.
All right, appreciate it, my
Thank
sister.
you. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I'll see y'all next time.
All right, we'll see you. We'll see you when we see you, my sister. You, like I said, you're more than welcome to come on anytime you want to. Just send the link, and you got it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because we trying to do the show to where we ain't really stripped it no more. We just having a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
That's all it's about.
Yeah, we just have like a little guideline on. Like this conversation that came up yesterday, what we want to talk about,
but it's important though. It's important.
Yeah. It was.
I learned a lot listening to you.
I saw a story came on TV about this ex quarterback who's getting an organ transplant, and they was willing to donor down the aisle. He was on a life support, but they was about to take his organ and cut him off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And transport the organ over to the guy who was waiting for the organ. And I thought, wow, I was like, wow. And they were with him now, and his family they was clapping. You know, he didn't hear him and nothing like that, but they was clapping for him. You know, because he was an organ donor, and it was in his life. You know what I'm saying? And it was going to be continuing another person's life.
Amen.
And that was like, I said, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Deep. It was a deep part that we brought to this show, because that's what we feel was, important. Because we have to have these conversations with ourselves, and as well.
And Thanksgiving is a perfect time, guys. Y'all get around that big family. Thanksgiving is a perfect time. Y'all figure it out. You hear what I'm saying? It's a perfect time to pull somebody to the side and say, hey, listen, we got to get some things in order, make sure we all right. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So once again, y'all, if y'all want to hear some good podcasting, some good story, check out Life Journey on Spotify. Where else is streaming it?
Apple. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple. I'm on Good Pods. I'm on Amazon. I'm on all of them. Anywhere you get your podcast.
Y'all just listen to it. She had a Zen music in the back, and it's so soothing. And she like,
he's so funny.
Welcome to the show, and I'm like, get that little bit of it.
Absolutely. You're true. It's so natural, Robert. When I go in, I'm like you said, you come outside of yourself. When you do it, when I do it, I go in and I do it. But after I come out of my prayer, I just go in and I just say, hey, listen, everybody, welcome to that Cause of Life podcast. This is your host, Life Journey. And I just come today and just share a little information with you. I hope you'll be able to get something from it.
Yeah, it kind of like you listen to Joyce Lattell.
Absolutely.
You remember George and Taylor, the people
remember,
the
yes, Lord.
What they used to call it?
I thank you for that. That's
so
great.
Like George and Taylor. Welcome to the show. We got something really nice for y'all.
Absolutely. But that's the center of kind of who we are. We have to, I heard Charleston White, and I don't like him. I heard him say, when I come out, I have to be this other person. It's not necessarily you, another person, but I think all of us got a different version of us. And that compassionate side of me is the one who's on that podcast, and I just want my people to get it. And if I got something, I want to give it to you. It's genuine, it's authentic, and if you can take some from it, share it with somebody, because we're not gatekeepers. We all here to make each other better.
Because somebody was surprised. I told them I was a shy person. They said, how you get up there and sing? You can't be shy. You get up there and sing in front of all them people. I say, I mean, like you said, they don't be me.
Yeah. How you shy? You live right now, Robert. You live right now. How you shy?
Because I got Jen. I got Jen to hope got the back. You know what I'm saying?
This is the thing. I was telling, I don't know who I said it to, but I'm a shy person too. Like, I could just never be in front of a camera ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
But y'all both so mild-mannered. Y'all both so sweet spirit. Both of y'all. Y'all perfect. I told y'all when y'all first did y'all thing, I said, oh, this gonna work. Oh, this is gonna work. Robert needed you. He definitely needed you.
I really did. Because everybody else, they turned into the MAGA. They turned into Trump supporters on me. So
Robert, with that Trump support, Robert, you still against that business.
No, it's not that. I can deal with a Trump supporter, but you got to. I just don't deal with people who just don't want to see stuff their way. And then when you contradict what they say, they got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I am. I can talk with somebody who talk different from me, but I'm gonna understand you, and you gonna understand me. You ain't gonna tell me I'm wrong because you don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But, yeah, but in Jen but God sent Jen at the right time. You know what I'm saying? God know what he be doing, man.
He sent you a sweet spirit. He just sent you no ratchet girl. He ain't seen none of that. He
Yeah.
sent you a sweet spirit. Amen. Thank you,
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah.
That's
How
all
you
he
doing, Miss
said.
Diane? Good show. I really enjoyed. Happy holiday. Happy holiday to you.
Happy holidays,
to
Miss
you. I hope you
Diane.
cut some chitlins. You cut some chitlins, Miss
Oh
Diane. Like what you
my.
say, me a little bowl now. Put some
Oh
chitlins.
my.
I only get chitlin once a year now.
Oh my. Yes, I
So
really enjoyed you guys tonight. Thank you so much, guys. And I would definitely tune in to whatever you got going on. If you get a good topic, Robert, let me know. Hit me. If I don't even see it, put it in my inbox and hit me. And
okay,
let me
no doubt, no
know.
doubt,
Yeah, I'll
no
sit in
doubt.
with you guys at any time. And I always enjoy my time here.
All right, my sister.
I enjoyed
All right.
you.
Y'all be good. All right.
All right, take it easy.
Good night.
All right, y'all. I wanted to do the thing, the thing I did with the see what everybody eat. See what everybody like to eat for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I did this thing, y'all. I did this thing where I had these categories, and you got to pick one from each row. So from category 1, I say pick a green. Category 2, pick a
a bean. It's a bean.
Pick a bean. Then a third side. Then what kind of bread item you like. Pick 2 meats and pick a beverage. Pick the beverage you want to drink. So I said on the greens I would pick collard greens. So what would you pick on greens?
Turnips.
Oh, you like turnips?
Well, I like collards too, but turnips.
No, you can't. You got one choice.
Okay.
What one you want?
I really like turnips. I do.
So you like turnips?
I do.
So I pick out of the greens. I pick collard greens. Okay. Go to the beans. The beans.
Lima beans for me.
Oh, you like lima beans?
I do.
I would have to pick. My auntie Linda cooked some mean butter beans, so I would have to pick butter beans. Okay. I'm gonna go with butter beans in the bean category. So the third section is the third side.
I had mac and cheese all day.
Mac and cheese. Let me see. I think I go with the mac and cheese too. Mac and cheese. What about the bread items?
Dressing.
Okay, you'll pick the dressings.
Yes.
I'm not much of a dressing. I eat dressing sparingly, but I got to have that cornbread. You got to have that cornbread. If you got collard greens and butter beans, you got to have some cornbread with it. So I'm going with cornbread. So what about pick your two meats between turkey, fried chicken, baked chicken, oxtail ribs, hawk maws and chitlins, fried fish, pig feet, turkey wings, and neck bone.
This one was a bit challenging, but I picked turkey and I would say oxtails.
Okay, I chose. It's hard to not eat chicken, but we eat chicken all year. So I said turkey wings, and oxtails.
Yeah,
turkey wing and oxtails.
Because it ain't often you get it, right?
Okay, yeah. So
which brings us to the
so
drink.
what brings
which
us
is
to
me
prefacing
it?
What you drinking? What you gonna drink? What's the first one? Kool-Aid.
No.
Sweet tea, soda, lemonade, water, or a alcoholic beverage. What you laughing at? You gonna get some alcohol, ain't you?
I mean, it's not often, so yeah.
So you want what kind of drink you gonna drink with your food?
Some wine.
Oh, you want wine with? Oh, you sophisticated. I can't. I'm gonna have to. I gotta go with some. I'm gonna go with sweet tea over a soda. Usually it'll be a soda, but if this tea is good, if it's good, good sweet tea, you could taste it's sweet and you could taste the tea.
Yeah.
Some people make tea and it's just sweet.
Yeah. Just
And some people make tea and it's just
taste
tea.
all the tea. It's
You
bitter.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's bitter.
You gotta have when you're making sweet tea, you gotta have that right mixture. The right mixture of sweet tea. It gotta be sweet and you gotta taste that tea in it.
Yeah.
You know what I
gotta be
mean?
Perfect.
And I don't need no lemons. I really don't like lemons with my tea. The other day the lady asked me did I want some lemon. I said yes. And it tasted nasty. So
Yeah.
so that's our thing. So we only changed all the only difference was on greens. You wanted turnips and I wanted collards.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing with the greens.
And the breads.
I like collards. I can eat them like every week. I love them like that. But it's not often I eat turnips. And so if you're talking about a gathering where all these options are probably there, if I had to pick one, I would pick the turnips because it ain't every day or every week or every month I get turnips because most people don't cook them on a regular like that. They just don't. I don't even cook them. Now I can cook some collard greens really well, but I've never cooked turnips. But I love it when somebody else cook them good. So if I had to pick one and it was there, I'm gonna get those turnips. I'm gonna get those.
Yeah, but some people don't. Some people don't like turnip green.
I love.
I like turnip green, but
so good.
but I like turnip green too, but not over a good pot of collard green. And it varies. It varies. It depends on who cooked the collard greens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just so blessed that I'm in a family with a lot of women can cook. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody ain't blessed. Everybody ain't blessed to have that, man. But thankfully we don't have to choose which one we gonna get. We can get multiple. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about Black people, man, when it comes to Thanksgiving, man, we cook it. We gonna cook everything we know. We empty the kitchen out.
What's that thing you was listening to? Who did it? Where he made a joke about all the food.
Ricky Smiley, man.
It was hilarious. I was like, Lord have mercy.
Ricky Smiley did that. Yeah, it was funny. So listen, y'all. So first, we just want to wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving. We hope y'all don't eat too much, man. Because this is what they do to us. They make us eat all their food for the next 2 months, and then they tell us you need to go work out. Then they start doing them the specials on the Planet Fitness specials for you to come lose the weight. And so it's just like
we trying to get ahead of it. That's why we started back walking.
Yeah.
Trying to get ahead of it.
Everybody's finna put on like 15, 20 pounds in the next couple of months, in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna put on some weight there. So usually on Thanksgiving morning, I don't eat no breakfast. Yeah. I just hold it all off till it's time to eat, man. So that's pretty much it. So we hope y'all have a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully y'all will get with the family, be safe. Try not to reminisce too much about the loved one that are gone. But but keep them in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Keep them in your heart. But try not to let it bring you down. You know what I'm saying? This is my second holidays without my mom. So, you still, you wish they here, but they're not. And you want to still, you want to carry their name on. You want them to be proud of you that you still, you know what I'm saying, moving on. You know what I'm saying? Not without them, but in your heart. You know what I'm saying? So what else you got to say?
Just everybody enjoy your time with your loved ones and, enjoy your time off of work because usually everybody's off that day. So make the most of it and just be safe again,
So we thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, for
sure. And we will see y'all next Tuesday, same black channel, same black time. Once again, we love y'all.
Yes, we do.
We love y'all. And guess what, y'all?
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Peace.